I've been asked to investigate that corruption. A guard said that I should stop poking my nose in things that don't concern me. There's only one problem with that. I'm nosy. Which means everything concerns me. Let's take a look at the map. Waylon lived down in the Warrens. And then there's the Treasury House.
The finest jewelry in all of Markarth.
It's currently about 8 p.m.
Holmes. I said Holmes, you backbiter. Give a
I know what she said.
helping hand.
The bloodiest beef in the Reach.
But I say we pay a visit to this Treasury House. What's this place? This is the Treasury House. Hello! Hello, I'm trying to join a museum. Build a museum. Would anyone here care to invest? Hello.
The Treasury House is really just for patrons of the Silverblood family. You don't belong here.
Well, that's your opinion.
I'm sorry. We're only interested in helping our patrons.
And what kind of patrons do you have?
For one, the landowners of the Reach. It goes without saying that they rely heavily on us for our silver and support. All the miners, farmers, and laborers in the Reach get their daily wages through us. Nepos the Nose handles that part of our business. He has a way with the workers.
Okay. See, I would like to meet Thonar if I could.
I'm afraid he's asked not to be disturbed. He has important business.
Very well. I'll try him later then.
I doubt he'll be free, but all right.
I have quite the proposition that I think he'll be
to.
interested in. Hello?
Out of my way, outsider.
Don't mind me, not butting into anything, just going to bed.
Don't mind the yelling.
Come on in.
My parents
The
are always going
Silverblood
at
Inn
each
has
other.
plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
I'm more interested in this very nice room up here that I graciously paid for. Who you've rented out to someone else already. Rude. Klepper.
Unlike my husband Clapper, I watch after our guests.
This is the Silverblood Inn. I'll let you figure out who... Are you joking?
Yeah, I got
You
it.
just rented a room from... What was that you said, venomous...
Oh, so I still have the... Okay.
Nothing, you
Remember,
pig-headed
ale
oaf.
is cheaper than blood in Markarth.
Alright, so let's get a little sleep. Let's see, 8 o'clock, midnight. Let's go to 1 a.m. Everyone's going to bed. So here's the plan. Here's the plan. Everyone should be going to bed now, or should be in bed. So now we're going to go up to the Treasury House, and we're going to see what we can find about Thonar. I mean, I'm just going out for some fresh air. I'll be back. Alright. Let's go see. A sneak. Oh.
What is it, Imperial?
Nothing, just going for a stroll. She's still here. She's still here at 2 in the morning. Okay then.
I work for the Silverbloods. Help clean.
Ingvar? Not up here.
Just here to work.
Is he still unavailable?
I'm just a servant. Don't pay me any mind. I'm afraid he's asked not to be disturbed. He has important business.
You just let old Nana know if you need anything. All right, dear?
I need to see Thonar.
I've worked in the Treasury House for almost 20 years.
Is he in here? Oh. Journal. We're going to I'm sorry to disturb you. He's quite cross with me. I will be on my way.
I'm married to Thonar Silverblood. Keep that in mind while you're speaking to me.
He was not interested in my business opportunity, and he's missing out.
The Silverblood Inn has plenty of strong drink and clean rooms.
Is this still my room? It is not my room. Can I rent that room one more time? Clipper?
This is... If I can't get you some... Sure thing. It's yours for a day.
Thank you, sir.
I'll show you to your room.
No, I know where
right
it
this
is.
way.
Oh, okay, if you
Unlike
insist.
my husband Clapper, I watch after
Go to
our
bed!
guests.
Thank you, Klepper.
Let me know if there's anything else you need.
I would like you to leave. I would like to sleep. Alright. Ooh, I have a level. Ooh, okay, health. Yes. Alright, perks. What perk would I like to start with? I think, being that we are in the nature of... Since we're looking to be in the nature of acquisitions... pickpocket is probably going to be a good idea. Yes. Okay, now this is pretty cool. And we have Thonar's journal. Monarch is becoming unruly. You'd think that 20 years in prison would calm a beast like him down a bit. Maybe I should have let the Jarl execute him after the uprising after all. Still, he's been invaluable in getting rid of several problems over the years. Maybe I'm overreacting. no one knows about our little arrangement. Not even the Forsworn. I wonder how they would react of knowing their king in rags was one of my most important assets. This little shadow of rebellion of his better not start to include me, though. If I find out he's even thinking about double-crossing me, I'll make sure he dies inside Sin the Mine. Like the animal he is. Interesting. So when there was an uprising of the Oh no. When the Nords came in and drove the Reachmen out of Markarth, Madanach was their king, and they all think he's dead, but he's being kept in the mine. Interesting. Now I need to get into the Warrens to learn about Wayland. I'm sorry, I just can't sleep. I don't know what's wrong with me. Now, based on the map, the Warrens are down here. I'm keeping it dark. I don't necessarily want them to know I'm coming. Is that the Warrens? To my right. That's the Warrens, probably. Down. No one knows I'm here. Nobody knows I'm here. Hello.
The Warrens isn't a place for your type. What do you want?
My type? Did you know Wayland?
Oh yes. I know everyone who sleeps in the Warrens. Kind of the one who passes the keys around. I guess someone else will be taking his room now.
Would you mind if I took the key?
Sorry, but you don't exactly belong here.
It's important. Trust me.
No, it's not. Trust me.
Yeah, how about
Welcome
a little...
to the Warrens.
Thank you. So what is this? You can't tell me these are living...
It's where you go when you can't afford a room anywhere else. About the time they opened the mines, someone got the idea to throw beds in here. Laborers, the sick, the lame, we're all here.
Only the poor or the sick are here?
That's right. Welcome to Markarth, traveler. Thank the divines you can choose to live somewhere else.
Yeah, I can see that.
Uh-huh.
Alright. Let's move on. So which room was Wayland? Garvey's room? What about this one? Almulag's room. That's not a room. Koznak's room? Oh, I'm sorry.
You don't want to be here. No one wants to.
I can see that.
Don't know anyone here who doesn't have rattles or ataxia.
I'm feeling really bad about this place. It's here. Dengane's room. See that? He's that beggar that's always outside the inn. Right? Yeah. So... Eltri's room. Wayland's room. Close the door. This was his sleeping on a pile of hay. There's a key there. Is that oh, it's the key to the room that I'm now in. There's a chest here. What's in this chest? Note to Waylon. Waylon, you've been chosen to strike fear in the heart of the Nords. Go to the market tomorrow. You will know what to do. N. Who is N? Thought I heard someone. Hello? I'm sorry to see your state. I will see if I can bring you some potions. Hello?
You've been digging around where you don't belong. It's time you learned a lesson.
I don't take kindly to threats.
You'll listen to this. Come on, let's see what you're made of. You mangy piece of pit bait.
You want another? You want another? Talk.
I was sent by Nepos the Nose. The old man hands out the orders. He told me to make sure you didn't get in the way. That's all I know, I swear.
You will not tell... You'll tell him I was dealt with. Alright. Find evidence about Nepos. Where might I find evidence about Nepos? Looks like it's in his house. This is getting more and more difficult. But if that was his enforcer, these guys aren't as tough as I thought. I just have to be wary of pissing off the guards. So Nepos' house is... looks like it's way up there. So I guess I'm climbing. So Nepos the Nose gave orders to the one guy to kill an outsider in the streets and then blame it on the Forsworn? Here's his house. Hello, sir. It's an incredible view from up here. Your city is quite magnificent. It would seem quite deadly. Can he see me? I don't think so. I'm here to see Nepos.
Excuse me. What's your business here?
I'm here to see someone named Nepos.
We haven't been expecting you, and the old man needs his rest. Come back some other time.
Wait. It's okay, my dear. Send him in.
Yes, Nepos. You heard him. Go on in.
Hello,
I'm
sir.
sorry about my housekeeper. She's a little protective of me. Now, what is it?
I see that. You sent a thug after me.
Ah, yes. You've proven to be a real bloodhound. Well, you've sniffed me out. I've been playing this game for almost 20 years. Sending the young to their deaths. All in the name of the Forsworn. And I'm tired. So tired.
So why?
Because my king told me to. Monarch. When the uprising fell at the hands of the Nords, they threw him in the mines. I don't know how, but he lives. I get his messages, and I hand out his orders without question.
Okay. I don't think I'm going to like the answer to this, but why are you telling me this?
My dear boy, what makes you think you're getting out of here alive? You were seen coming in. The girl at the door is a Forsworn agent masquerading as a maid. You aren't the first one to have gotten this far. You won't be the last.
All right. Well, then if I'm going to die, you won't mind answering a few more questions, like who exactly is Monarch?
He is the king in rags, a man who once held all the Reach within his grip. He stokes the passions of the downtrodden in this city, directs them to kill the enemies of the Forsworn in our name. All from inside Sidna Mine, a Nord prison. The irony is quite thick.
And you don't think that's going to end badly? You mentioned an uprising.
Markarth and the Reach are our lands. That is why we are the Forsworn. We cannot claim the home that is rightly ours. But then, during their war with the elves, we had our moment. We drove the Nords out of the Reach in a great uprising. Then Ulfric and his men came. Those of us who didn't run were executed, except for myself, my king, and a handful of others.
So during the Great War, when the Empire was busy fighting the Dominion, you seized the opportunity to take over Markarth. And then you're surprised when the Nords, at the end of the war, came back and went, no, get the out.
I'm sorry. Over here.
Oh. Did you raise him from the dead? Anyone else? Might as well loot them. Gold. His journal. I grew guilt-ridden in my old age. So many of the young sent to their death, all in the name of the Forsworn, all in the name of Monarch, my king, who watches us from behind the iron bars of Sidna Mine. How long have I served you? Since the uprising against the Nords? Was there ever a time when all that violence hasn't overshadowed our destinies? What choice do I have but to do as I am instructed? You always have a choice. There is always a choice. The fact that you didn't choose to use it is the fault of your own. Who else? You. Morven. I'd hope to get through this without bloodshed. And it's day. Let's hope he doesn't go in there. So now we need to return to Eltrys, who I imagine is still at the shrine.
I've been looking for you. Got something I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
Really?
Let's see here. I have a letter here for you.
Mulish Grove.
Got to go.
I got a letter from some orc. Letter from Mulish Grove. That is horrible. Mulish Grove Shugrues. I know you killed him. Don't worry. I won't tell anyone. In fact, I wanted to thank you. He will not be missed. Malish grow shoe gurus. Killed who? The only ones I killed were the guys in... Okay. I'm assuming Eltris
Caught a case
is...
of rock joint once. Bothella at the Hag's Cure fixed me right up.
I'm sure she did.
Helgen. Destroyed by a dragon.
What?
Hard to believe, isn't it?
What? Put that on the list of things to check into. Hello?
We warned you, but you just had to go and cause trouble. Now you have to pin all these recent murders on you. Silence witnesses. Work, work, work.
What did you do to Eltris?
Same thing we do with all the other natives who want to change things around here. We had a nice little deal going between Thonar and Madanak, until you and Eltris started snooping around. Well, you wanted to find the man responsible for those killings. You'll have plenty of time with the King in Rags when you're in Sidna Mine.
There's 3 of them. Well armed. You know. Fine.
You'll never see the sun again. You hear me? No one escapes Sidna Mine.
Watch me.
One.
Jail. Most jails allow you to serve your time by sleeping in your cell's bed. You can also try to escape. Your equipment can be found in a personal belongings chest somewhere in the jail.
All right, prisoner. Eyes front. You're in Sidna Mine now, and we expect you to earn your keep.
You're the one who sent me the letter.
Cell in this prison. Here you work. You'll mine ore until you start throwing up silver bars. You got it?
I'm sorry. I'm a little deaf in this ear.
Don't get smart with me. I'm in charge. You keep it up, I'll have your toes cut off. All right.
That's fine. I didn't need them anyway.
Now you, get down there.
Well, this is a predicament, isn't it?